What's up guys, Matt here, welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd start this video. This is a video basically about planning a trip to France, whether it be fishing or, I mean, most of this stuff will be useful for anyone who's just, you know, going on holiday, because it does cover the things you need to carry in the car with you, French driving laws, things like that. So it would have its uses to people that aren't fishing. My sole purpose to go to France is fishing. I'm going to Lac de Velodon, and it's in southern France, the Brittany region. It's about 100 acres, 1,000 fish, up to about 75 pounds. It's a fairly prolific water. There's quite a good chance you'll catch more than one or two or three. I mean, some people are having weeks where they're catching 30 or 40 fish. I mean, I've never been fishing in France, so it's going to be new to me. It's a big learning curve, although a lot of my fishing will be the same as what I do here in the UK. I think it's just more, I'll be taking more bait with me than I'd normally use, and also using bait boats and rowing boats to, you know, basically bait up the swims. That is the only major difference. I am going to be getting a Microcat HD, which I will do a review on shortly, because if I do end up going to France on my own, at the moment my dad might be coming. If he doesn't, then I'll be going on my own. I don't really want to be rowing a boat out and baiting up like that. I'll just use a bait boat. It's easier, it's safer, and probably quicker. And I know there's not a lot of people in the UK now using bait boats, but it'd still be nice to get a review out there and sort of tell you a bit about the boat. There is going to be some more videos coming as well over the coming weeks, just basically going through all my kit, baiting, what bait I'm taking, how I'm going to, you know, prepare it. So there is lots of good videos on the way leading up to the trip itself, which will be documented, and that'll be another video. Hopefully some big fish and lots of fun and laughs. The main purpose for this video is just to go through a bit about what I've been doing to plan for the trip, and also the things I'll be carrying in the car that, you know, the French law says you must have. So if we crack straight on with that, the first thing that you need to carry is a warning triangle. These are very inexpensive. I picked this one up for £3 on Amazon, and it's a decent quality triangle in its own case, and you know, you must have one. So for the sake of £3, chuck one in the car. The other thing you are required to carry is a high-vis vest. But one of the things I don't think a lot of people understand is you can't have it in your boot. You need to be able to access it and put it on before you step out the vehicle. So have it in your glove box, stick it behind you, down the side of your seat, make sure you've got it accessible, otherwise you are likely to be fined, and it's just the way it is. The research I've done, I mean, I'm no expert on driving in France. This is all basically come from the AA website. It's the first time I've ever driven in France, let alone been there. I went to Brittany back in, well, it must have been 2001 with my school. So it was a long time ago. I've never driven there, and this is why I'm doing this video, just to try and help everyone else out. But that's one of the things I found out in the research, that if this isn't accessible to you before you get out of the vehicle, you're in trouble basically. So that's the high vis. The other thing is a breath tester. This one, again, it's a digital one. You can get disposable ones for about £1 or £2 each on again, Amazon or eBay. This one was, I think, £14.99 on eBay. It's a digital one. It seems really good. I have tried it out. It comes with a load of disposable caps like the Real Police one does, and it does seem quite accurate, so well worth getting. So that's breath tester. Another thing worth carrying, spare bulbs. Again, I don't think this is a law, but I mean, again, for the sake of a few quid, you may as well stick a bulb kit in your car, that way you've always got it. Some of the things I noticed that weren't really covered, or you're not required to carry, it's just things that I think you should carry anyway. I mean, whether you're going, you know, 10 minutes from the ferry, or whether you're going 5 or 6 hours into France like I am, things like tyre weld. My car, Vauxhall Insignia, doesn't have a spare wheel. It's got a compressor and a tinted gel that you put onto the compressor, and it fills the tyre with gel. which is basically what tyre wear does anyway. I've got it just as an extra precaution. You never know when you can get a flat or a slow puncture. This will save your life, so well worth sticking a can of that in the car just in case. First aid kit. Again, I didn't realise that there's actually a card you can get if you go onto the Gov website. It's called a European Health Card. It's free to everyone as long as you live in the UK. You get it for your European travels, and basically it basically covers all your hospital medical bills while you're abroad in the EU. However, first aid kit, just, you know, it's common sense, carry one for any cuts, grazes and things you might get. Well worth carrying one of them. The other thing is, although we all use sat navs, I think we've got too reliant on technology, and you know, if for any reason it goes wrong, or I put the wrong postcode in, or because I don't understand how French works, you know, things go wrong and I end up somewhere I'm not familiar, always worth carrying a map as well. I've got a French map there. It's been quite helpful actually in planning my trip. You know, from my house I can sit here, I can work out the routes that I'm going to take, so even if the sat nav isn't completely reliable, I roughly know where I'm going, what towns and villages are nearby, and you know, the main roads that I'm going to be taking. So well worth getting yourself a map. Again, not required, but fire extinguisher. I've got this just because a few years back I had a bad experience where a transit van I was driving, the alternator stuck on, the starter motor stuck on, and basically the engine caught fire, and my partner, you know, laughed at me for buying one of these at car boot sale for about £2 and wondered why I bought it. Well, 5 days later, that's the reason I bought it. The engine caught fire, and if I hadn't have had a fire extinguisher at the time, there's no way the fire brigade would have got to me. The van would have been burnt out. And yeah, so ever since then I've always carried a fire extinguisher, whether it's for my car or to help someone else out that's in trouble. Not required by law, but well worth having one in the car, because you never know, and being in a foreign country, you don't know what the response times are or how long help's going to be, so well worth carrying. Now on to other things. You are required when driving in France to carry a V5 logbook, and also things like proof of ownership. I've got my MSC certificate just in case. Insurance certificate you must carry also, as well as passport and driving licence, and also GB. You must be shown a GB sticker. I've got a magnetic one there. I've also got some little ones that you can basically take off and put on your number plates, although I have got another set of plates for this car that have got the GB flags already on, so I might just slip them on and save me all this hassle of putting stickers and things on. Obviously as well, you do need to have headlight deflectors, because obviously driving on the other side of the road, unless you've got automatic headlight adapters, you know, and they can automatically be changed, you must have adapters on, so you don't glare and daze other drivers. So I mean, that is basically everything you need to take with you. It's quite a, I mean, it's not a massive amount of stuff to take. It's just remembering to put it in the car and having it accessible at all times. I don't think the warning triangle has to be, you know, on your lap whilst you're driving, but the high vis definitely does, because you need to be able to put it on before you sort of get out your vehicle. The other thing I've taken out, it was £50 for the week, and that's AA European breakdown cover. Well worth getting, and it's so cheap. I think that just about covers everything you're going to need to know for, you know, what you need to take to drive to France, or driving in France. In the run up to, I mean, I know it's a couple of months away now, but I've had the car MOT'd, it's got fresh MOT on it, full service, new tyres, just basically giving the car a good work over, ready for the trip. So that'd be something I'd definitely think about. And I say in the coming videos you'll see more about the bait, I'll tell you more about the lake, and also what my plans are when I get there, and go from there. And I'll see you soon.